Eugene Crawford is a Navajo, a Native American. He cannot forget the day he and his friends were recruited for the United States military. Upon arrival at Camp Elliott, they were led to a classroom, which reminded him of the ones he had entered in boarding schools as a child. Those memories were far from pleasant. He could almost taste the harsh brown soap the teachers had forced him to use to wash his mouth out when he was caught speaking Navajo. His thoughts were interrupted when the door suddenly opened and an officer entered. The new recruits stood to attention. "At ease, gentlemen. Please be seated." The first hour they spent in that building changed their lives forever, and the shock of what occurred is still felt by them to this day. They could never have imagined the project the military had recruited them for. Some of them believed that, had they known beforehand, they might not have joined up so eagerly. Navajo had been chosen as a code for secret messages because unless you were a Navajo, you'd never understand a word of it. Navajo is a complex language and a slight change in pronunciation can completely change the meaning of a message. The government's decision was wise. It turned out to be the only code the enemy never managed to break, but for the young Navajo soldiers, it was a nightmare. At no time under any circumstances were they to leave the building without permission or alone. They were forbidden to tell anyone about the project, even their families, until it was finally made public in 1968. Many of these men had been punished, sometimes brutally, for speaking Navajo in classrooms similar to this, classrooms in schools run by the same government. Now this government that had punished them in the past for speaking their own language was asking them to use it to help win the war. White people were stranger than the Navajos had imagined.